Web quests. Another way in which business English teachers can use the resources available on the internet are to use web quests, which are activities designed for learners to look up and use the information which is available on the internet. This is not just about using the content of that information, but it is also about the learners using this information to actively participate in an activity and to find that activity and evaluate that information which is available. The activities of EdQuest which are available on the internet are at various levels, from the lower level to the higher level. At the lower level, the activity might just be to ask questions from the learner so that he is led to a particular website. This can be supplemented by exercises to pre-teach vocabulary. For example, there could be an activity titled Treasure Hunt, in which the learner would be asked to go to this website and find out the required vocabulary from it. At another level, the slightly higher level, background information is given about that activity, and then the student is guided on what he has to do, about what type of tasks which he has to perform, and then a list of useful sites are also given from which he can get that particular information. So the example of a web quest can then be adapted and used for more teaching. So you can see here that this example has been adapted. It is a business trip web quest. The teacher provides the learners with the following introductory and task instructions and a list of website resources. So the introduction says, you have received the following email from your new American boss, which says that the boss wants you to, he has to go to London, but the task for the learner is that he has to book a flight, he has to book a hotel accommodation for the boss, and to find a nice restaurant, and then to book 4 tickets for the show on Wednesday night. So all of these things are the tasks which the learner has to do, and he has to find this information from the internet. So the task is given to him, and then various resources are also provided to him, in which, like, booking a flight can be done on these websites, finding a hotel websites are given, and so for the London restaurant guides are given, and the websites are also given. So the project trip web quest is at the higher level from this, where less overt guidance is given to the learner, where the learners also need to analyze and to use the information which they get from the internet and do something specific, perhaps to carry out a presentation which is based upon that information. So the following activity works in practice, and this is the information which is given. As you know, your company has just won an order to manufacture components for a new hydroelectric power station in Peru. Because of your competence at speaking English, you and your fellow students have been chosen to form part of the project team. This task is designed to help you gain some of the background knowledge you will need. So student 1 is given 1 task, and separate tasks are given to student 2 and 3. So this type of activity can be integrated into a case study or a simulation activity, in which the students have to carry out a research. They have to get information through research, and then they have to discuss this information in a meeting, evaluate that information, and before they write out a decision in the form of a written report, which is subsequently then sent to the CEO of the company. So web quests are effective ways of replicating real life in distance learning situations. Other typical real life activities might include requiring learners to integrate information into a spreadsheet, or then preparing PowerPoint presentations or producing written recommendations.